I'm Laura, I'm the Community Focused Schools Manager for the Eastern Cluster. Community Focused Schools is a Welsh Government initiative to make all schools in Wales community focused. The aim is for family engagement, community engagement and multi-agency working. As part of my aim for multi-agency working, I've set up the Eastern Community Partnership. We started a year ago and we invited any statutory, voluntary and community organisations that work in the East to come together once every half term to meet with schools and other agencies to work collaboratively together and to share resources, share what projects we're working on and look how we can all work together within the East community. As a partnership, we've come together to create our visions and aims to what we want to achieve over the next year.
So I'm Dan Hiltout and I'm the Active Young People Pathway Manager at Cardiff Met Sport. My job involves working with young people, children, schools and nursery settings and promoting ways for them to be physically active. I think Cardiff Met Sport became involved with the Eastern Community Partnership as more of a way of finding out more about the landscape of this area, understanding what challenges exist and understanding what work is being done. For me personally, it was about making connections, finding opportunities to collaborate and understanding the work that was being done in the area. For me, being a part of the Eastern Community Partnership is about connectivity. It's a way for me to understand what's happening in this space, for me to connect with like-minded people and to find ways to innovate and creatively go about promoting equity, fairness, and to collaborate. In terms of how the Eastern Community Partnership has informed our work at Cardiff Met Sport, we already had a reasonable relationship with the Community Focused Schools team, but weren't really maximising the relationship to its fullest. We hadn't really understood the needs of our communities, the places that we were working. And for me, the partnership has created a safe space to discuss the current issues, to understand the challenges that the communities are facing, and to really understand our place within that system, how we can be better at connecting the system to more of itself, and to understanding how we can maximise our services for the benefit of the community. I think now more than ever, communities have got a range of challenges and barriers to overcome, particularly when you think of fairness and equity. And I think collaboration is one of the ways that we navigate that. Working together, understanding our collective strengths is one of those ways that we can really bring services to the people that need them the most. I think my hopes for the future of the Eastern Community Partnership are that it continues to grow and continues to gain momentum. I think we've seen from the last few meetings and the last few network events, it's already gathering pace. It's gone from strength to strength, and I just hope that it continues along that pathway, because I think so many great relationships are already being forged, so many opportunities to collaborate are being realised, and I think it's only going to be beneficial to the community if this can continue to grow and gather momentum. I think more people and organisations should look to get involved, because it's only in really understanding what's around you that you feel the full benefit of the services that exist in your area. I think the real benefit of the community partnership here is that it's run and contributed to by people who live in the community or work in the community for the people of the community, and that's really, really important, because that connection is so vital in understanding what's needed and how to overcome the challenges that exist.
Hiya, I'm Sam Evans and I work as a Social Investment Officer for Cardiff Community Housing Association, known as CCHA. We're really keen to widen our community development as part of CCHA, and linking in with Cardiff Youth Services, who then I got invited to this meeting, which I'm very glad about, and our community development team are looking forward to more partnerships with other agencies, organisations, schools. It hopefully will mean stronger links between organisations, again schools, everyone I've just mentioned, and just working together so work's not getting duplicated, and actually asking people what they want in their local area. One of our community centres in Trowbridge, recently Cardiff Youth Services have set up a youth club on a Wednesday night there, which is proving to be really popular, and it's needed and it's what was wanted. So yeah, we're really happy that that's going really well. Again, by linking in together, not duplicating work, making sure that everyone's on the same page as well, and sharing ideas basically, and seeing how we can link in together. This is my first meeting, so I met a load of people today and got a load of notes, and I'm really excited for the next meeting, which is in June. I've already made a note of that. Getting people's contact details, and again ensuring that the community centre that we have got access to is better used and utilised really, with the other partnerships, and offering hopefully that space can be used by them as well, because it's local to them. Well, as I've mentioned, I've got so much information from today, from this meeting, just an hour, from other agencies, not even like NSPCC. I've actually done that workshop myself, can't praise it highly enough. It's really, really good.
Hiya, so my name is Lilia and I work for the Physical Activity and Inclusion team at Cardiff Met Sport. So we work on the Move More strategy. So our place-based area is Clan Rumney in East Cardiff, and the aim of the strategy is to get people in that community moving more. So I heard about the Eastern Learning Partnership through Community Focused Schools, Laura Croft. She invited Cardiff Met Sport community team and schools team to come along and attend the first couple of meetings and get the opportunity to connect with some of the local primary schools and secondary schools, as well as other partners like the youth service or housing associations. The partnership has been really informative for our work in East Cardiff and Clan Rumney. It's provided a really safe space for all partners to come together, be honest with each other, work out what the strengths are of the community, like what the barriers are, how can we work together better, how can processes be smoother. So a really lovely example of this is we have recently Cardiff Met Football Academy, in collaboration with the community team, have been creating these football fixtures for primary schools. And we wouldn't have been able to get the invite out to as many schools, explain what the tournaments are about without connecting through schools in these partnerships, without community focused schools reaching out to schools for us that we haven't previously worked with. So Clan Rumney as a community, and East Cardiff, there are a lot of really large societal barriers, and addressing those from a sporting perspective can be quite daunting because they're so large. We can help provide activities and listen to the needs of the community, but we can't necessarily, target all the barriers without collaborating with other partners. If kids arrive and turn up to a sporting session but they haven't had food that day, or they don't have funding for the right clothing or the right footwear, or they don't know the adults that are running the session, those reasons could stop them from accessing that activity. So that collaboration is really important. More organisations and schools should sign up to be involved in the partnership so we can hear their voices, hear their barriers, and then work with them to respond to them, and also to attend our football fixtures.
Hello, my name is Claire and I work for Cardiff Council Interwork Services, and I coordinate the Multiply project, which is upskilling adults with numeracy in the community, but now has changed to upskilling adults with basic skills. We first became involved with partnership work when the project first started last year. But we've made many links and partnerships which have enabled us to deliver workshops in the community and schools, specifically Get Cooking, which parents access with their children to learn basic skills and budgeting. And we've also delivered various workshops, for example, budgeting for universal credits, career preparation, to lots of community settings, including homeless hostels. It's very important for us to be involved in community partnership working, as it enables us to see the gaps in the community and be able to overcome any barriers to make our workshops accessible to all.
Hi there, my name's Karen O'Shea and I'm from Reaching Wider. I'm one of a small team of officers who are based in Cardiff, covering the whole of the Cardiff area. Reaching Wider is a Wales-wide initiative, and we receive funding from MEDA, which is the new organisation, it used to be the Higher Education Funding Council for Wales. And our role in life is to work with community partners to find out what the appetite is for people to learn new skills and have new opportunities. We work with schools, we work with youth clubs, we work with different community groups to find out what they want, and then hopefully to design and deliver learning opportunities to them. We have funding to support us with that. The whole aim of what we do is to raise people's aspirations. There are particular groups that are very underrepresented in higher education, and so we target certain groups amongst young people, priority groups which can include global majority, people with learning disabilities. It can include young carers and those with care experience, and also Welsh speakers. And in my case, I'm the adult officer, so I'm working with community organisations to reach out to adults and do family learning, to encourage people to try new things such that they have their own confidence and self-esteem built, their own skills built, and then might aspire to doing other opportunities which might one day eventually learn to them studying for a degree. So we have a particular target to work with those with the greatest level of deprivation in communities, and by working with this partnership in the east of Cardiff, we would like to be able to meet other community partners, talk to community groups, find out what they need, and we would encourage anybody who wants to work with communities in this area to get involved, because we would love to work with you and to talk with you. So please don't hesitate to get in touch.
Hi, I'm Julia Holston-Clark and I'm Chief Executive of Wales Restorative Approaches Partnership, WRAP. I think the Eastern Community Partnership is a place where you can meet around the hopes and dreams of the area. I'm from the area, and you find people of the same values, really concerned about inclusion and fairness and hope. And it's a way of getting stronger together, so you can actually push ideas forward that you might not do by yourself. Well, I think collaboration is a way of building the strengths to be more than they are individually. You know, we're stronger together than apart. We're a cooperative ourselves, and I think if you cooperate, you can find gifts that you didn't even know yourself. And I think that's so important for community members, not just even more for community than professionals, because sometimes you can't believe it until you're part of something. There you go. Better together. That's why. We're better together than apart. Come and join the Eastern Partnership, because it's a way of, particularly on those days where you think, oh, you know, I can't give any more, I can't imagine an answer, or I can't see the future. It helps you dream bigger, it helps you find a friend, and very practically, if you're looking for resources or funding, you can do some very practical grant writing, idea sharing, and bring different communities together, because a community is lots of communities. So I might know a group of pupils in schools who are peer mediators, and somebody else might know the single parent network, and somebody else might know the hub, and we can bring each other together. Otherwise we might be silos.
So my name's Matthew Ford. I'm a welfare benefits advisor from Riverside Advice. Community could really do with this rolled out more in schools and other community centres, knowing that there's help out there, because there's so many agencies, so many charities that personally, until I was part of the Learning Partnership, that I had no clue about. And just when you think you've seen it all with somebody, and then you think, I don't know what to do here, but then you've got contacts with the Learning Partnership. You think, yes, let's work together, we can do this. Without the Learning Partnership, I wouldn't be working with Oakfield Primary School, I wouldn't be working with St John Lloyd Primary School, I wouldn't have done any work with Trowbridge Community Centre either. So if I hadn't have come to any of those meetings, I wouldn't be doing what I have been doing. It's a great networking event. Just the help that you get, like I say, just charities and organisations that I didn't have a clue about, that until I started coming to these meetings. Yeah, it's sharing that workload, and there are times where you just think, what do I do with this? And yeah, speaking to someone who will be able to help you. Yeah, and everyone's got that same goal, and you're not alone.
Hiya, I'm Natalie Simons. I'm Youth Development Officer for Cardiff Youth Service for the East of Cardiff. I believe that collaboration is really, really important because it helps to stop duplication of work, helps us to use our resources where they're best placed. With the community partnership, we're able to identify different people's roles and where people are best placed to work with different young people or families or communities. It's really important to collaborate, sharing resources such as grants, funding, finding out about different policies. I think it's really important that as many organisations in the East of Cardiff get involved with the Eastern Community Partnership. As people say, we're like stronger together, better together, and with more of us on board, we're able to share the load and really find out what the needs of the locality are, who's best placed to work with what, collaborate more, stop duplication of work, just really help the people that we serve to make sure that we're giving the best service across the whole locality and we're not missing any vital needs or situations, and we're able to offer a more comprehensive service and help to make the East of Cardiff a thriving community with great collaboration and support for all the residents.
The reason for collaboration really stems down to increasing the potential, because I think the more organisations that are involved, obviously it increases the amount of capacity and scope for organisations within the partnership to reach as many different people. It allows you to be able to tap into the skill sets of professionals that are working within the organisation to maximise the reach. The more partners that are involved, the more knowledge there is, the more skills there are, the more support that can be offered. So at the end of the day, it's about working with as many people as you possibly can to make a change.